Hi everybody, Robin Hyatt here. I am going to, since my other computer is down, I have been doing some channeling sessions with Kurt Cobain. I don't know anything about him. I know some of his music, but the last few weeks I've been singing the last chorus of The Apology. Um, all in all is all we are, or something like that. And I thought, who sings that? Because it just kept coming and coming and coming to me. So it was Kurt Cobain, which was very shocking because I knew then he wanted to speak. So I did two channeling sessions. I'm going to have you listen to the second channeling session just because I feel it's something he wants to say. Um, and I want you to know I just deliver information. You believe whatever you want to believe. Um, I feel it was him. Oh, let's see. Let me get to his, the very last one. 24, 23. That's number 23 I have on here. It's 20 minutes long. You decide. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know anything about the situation. So you decide. I'm going to have you listen to it, and then I'll come back. So here it is.
This is part 2 of our Kurt Cobain session.
Hopefully it's not too loud. Sorry.
Session 1
I just have a disclaimer on this too.
Transferring over, but he has more to say. I'm holding a raw ruby in one hand and obsidian in the other. I didn't feel I wanted my crystals. I felt I wanted more strength and protection. And he wants to talk differently this evening. So I'm going to channel him. And he wants to talk a little bit more. So it happens in a world that's so sublime. So it happens all the time. It is a tisk, it is a task. It is ever ready. It is fate. It is hate. It is my steady. The session that we had last night with this vessel, I talked to her about my confusion, and I still walk upon this earth. I have not transferred over. I do see the door opening, and my heart is pulling towards the door, and I will cross over soon. As you know, I've been coming to many, trying to find the right fit to talk through. I think I found it. This one has no agenda. She is just what she is. Which is kind of great and aggravating that there's someone out there that can be like this. And I never knew them. There's people that are normal out there. You know, I think I was born into this world lost. I never felt like I had a home, security. Kind of felt bounced around a little bit. I kind of knew I was loved, but not really. I didn't have the love that I needed. that I thought I needed. I don't know. I was lost. I was lost in euphoria. I was lost in crap. Let's put it plainly, this vessel doesn't let me swear, so I can't talk like I normally do. She's right. I shouldn't be. So, when I started finding myself is when the music came to me. I started playing, singing, studying, communicating, and it was time. I knew we were gonna do it. I knew we were gonna be big. I just knew it. I felt it. I felt we had something special. We kept true to each other in the band. We fought like cats and dogs, but we kept true to each other when the music turned on. Yeah, we were all so volatile. And we got ego, alcohol, drugs, women. You get volatile. Yeah, because we all were right. That's where the magic happened, out of that dankness, darkness, that jail. It was a jail. It was a jail that I chose because I wanted it. Once it became corporate, once we started sinking our teeth into the music, and other people started sinking their teeth into us, that's when the destructiveness happened. I don't know how to say this, but I kind of was weak. I could get pissed off. I could come at you and verbally destroy you, and I could be nice. And I kind of was sickly, I guess you could say. I was sickly a lot. And it could have been nerves, it could have been a lot of stuff, but I drugged a lot. I hung with people that drugged. And then I would go on these sabbaticals where I wouldn't, because I needed to know that I could stop. But there was something in the air. There was a wave coming at me. It was a heavy tidal wave. It was a black tidal wave of water coming right for me. I could see it. I could feel it. I knew something was coming at me. I had signs of things happening. I don't want to dive too much in, but things were out of my control. Things were being done to me. And I didn't like it. I thought I could control it. I thought I could handle it, but it got too big. I say in my last session with this vessel that I was pissed off when Courtney got pregnant. I was really pissed because I felt entrapped. I felt like she trapped me into keeping that marriage going. It wasn't really a marriage. It was just partnership. We had some good times, but she could be cruel. She could be more cruel than most people I've ever met, but then she could be adorable. So it was very confusing. I thought it was kind of interesting at the beginning, but I grew tired of it. I don't want to say if anybody had affairs. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that in the end, I was tired of it and a little bit scared of her. I was scared of her because I could see the cruelty. I could see certain things that were undying. Not saying I didn't love my daughter. I loved her dearly. Probably loved her more than anything on this world. I really didn't know how to be a dad. I didn't have the best example. Those last days of my life were, I actually started writing again, and I was kind of secluding myself so I could write and think and clear my head, because I had a lot of crap around me, a lot of volatility, not only with the music industry, but with my personal life. As I say, that black tidal wave was coming at me. I had to figure things out. I had to clear my head and figure things out. Yes. And that's what I was doing as I was going through my own sobriety and figuring things out. I knew that these drugs were altering my brain. I didn't like it. I liked being high, but I didn't like being out of control. And I didn't like that other people were in control when I was out of control. I didn't like that. So I decided at that time I was getting sober completely, for the most part. I take a little weed here and there, take a hit, but nothing really. I knew I had to do cold turkey for a while, and I wanted to write during that time and replace the anger and the fear and the anxiety with song and music. So my best stuff I wrote, it was good too. It's very good. It's in somebody else's hands right now. And that person knows who they are, that has that music that I've written. And yeah, I couldn't put my finger on it, but things were happening to me that were not of my doing. I'm not going to go too deep into that. And this vessel wants to know if I did kill myself. I couldn't have killed myself. All the evidence is there that it's impossible for me to have done that in the state of the drugs that were in my body. And also, those drugs that were in my body were put into my body. It wasn't me. that whole end game wasn't me. I just had the bad people around me at that time. And one in particular, that person took me out for their own gain. Yeah. And I know I should be pissed about it. But you know what? I brought that person into my life. I couldn't get that person away. Couldn't. Because we had a bond. Attachment. And that's why I'm telling you that I walk upon this earth. Is because I am not going to let that person cease to be happy. I'm going to bring misery to that person for all that person's days. Just so you know, that is why I am not going to cross over until that person has crossed over. And I want to slap that person in the face when they cross over. I'm in that person's dreams. I'm haunting them. I'm giving them nightmares. I'm singing all the time around them. It's driving them crazy too. I love it. So, just so you know, from what we talked yesterday, I see the light. I know it's there. I can't go yet because I got a job to do. Someone took me out, and I'm going to be on them like shit. Like a fly on shit. That's what I say. So I just want you to know that. I know you were trying to help me the other day, and I know we closed that session. And let me tell you that you got something special. This vessel has something special. Because when we held hands yesterday, that was the biggest, most amazing trip I've ever had. And it was pure and clean. And it did purify my soul. It did clean my soul. And as you can tell today, I am talking different because of the cleaning that you did to me yesterday. I no longer have the desire to have that drug-induced state, as I explained to you yesterday. I no longer now have that desire. But I cannot leave this earth. I have to stay with my daughter to protect her from someone around her. I've got to terrorize as much as I can the person that took me out. That person wasn't alone. There was more that were conspiring. That person listened to those and then took me out. Yeah, pretty evil. You know, it's just so evil when someone kills another person for money. It was all about money. It was all about money. That a life is worth money. Shame on you, you devil. I am going to be on you. And I'm going to be stronger now because I see things more clearly. This is my vengeance. This is my song. This is my song. I am choosing to do this because I am not going to give up on my daughter, and I'm not going to give up on making you as miserable as I can. I'm going to scare you. I'm going to put the fear in you. I'm going to haunt you. So, you know who you are, and you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, right there, I dropped the crystal right on the tape recorder. Is the black
So,
obsidian fell right. Just went boom.
be glad you're alive. Because when you cross over, you're going to face me. And it's going to be ugly. I know this vessel this is not the way she wanted this to go. I can hear her going, this is not the way she wanted this to go. But this is who I am. And this is my peace. And this is my song. And I will continue with it until it's just and done. All in all, it's who we are. You guys make the best of it. Stay clean. You know, yeah, have some fun, but it's time to open our eyes. Time to walk out of the mist and see clearly. Wipe it clean. That's all I'm going to tell you now is wipe it clean. I'm out.
That was the end of it. I usually try to keep everything positive and uplifting and full of love, and I try to avoid with what he's talking about and having vengeance. But I feel that he needs to have a voice. He's a victim, and victims should have voices. And maybe it would be wonderful if they could reopen the case of his and maybe kind of look into it a little bit deeper again as a cold case. Um, and I think there's evidence there. Since I have worked on cold cases, I do feel there's evidence there. And he could lead me into more evidence if I chose. But he, I just wanted to give him time to speak, and that was his time. The channeling session prior to that was him coming forward and quite not knowing what's going on and not knowing how to control the spirit and control anger, anxiety, and control being out of his body. And so he's homebound, he's earthbound, and I think he didn't want to be when I first met him in spirit, but I think now he's chosen to be, and I let him be and let him do what he wishes to do because everybody has free agency. And if that's what he chooses to do, and I think he's really here to protect his daughter, and since he didn't have the chance to raise her and be a part of her life, I think he chooses now to walk with her. Hopefully, she feels him at times, even though she probably didn't know him very well. Hopefully, she can feel his spirit, and um, and she can always talk to him and ask him to be around her because he is your dad. He is your dad, and he is with you. Just so she knows that. Um, I think her name is Frances Bean, or Francie Bean, and she looks just like him. She's a beautiful girl. She's very beautiful, and it looks like she made it out of a bad situation because I don't know how her life with her mom is. I don't know much about Courtney Cox at all, but I wish everybody well. This is just his words. Take it for what you want. I just deliver information, and it is what it is, you guys. All in all is all. What is it? All in all. Oh, I was singing it. See, now that I've lost his spirit, I start reverting back. You guys, peace out. Love you. Take care. Thanks. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.